Good morning, guys. It's Jules. It's time for another stitch along. We're doing old world map, and if you have been following along with me, you'll know that I have started a new page. I'm sitting here thinking page 11, page 12. Not really sure. I think it's page 11 now. I started it up last night. Got the last little bits done here. I'll show you guys that on the video coming up this week. But a couple really interesting things about this piece. Actually, just one piece of interesting information. You see that star? I made that star. That is the official middle of the piece. So technically, I am at the middle top row of this piece, which makes me very excited and also makes me very apprehensive because I am way behind. I'm going about half the pace that I need to get this done, or at least I have been. And you guys probably have realized that more than me, that if I'm ever going to finish this, I need to do more work on it. And so that's why I jumped into this particular, here we go, I jumped into this particular thing today. So I started it last night, I gridded it out, and then I started working on it because the top part of all these pages, which is just this part right here, is really quick to do, well, quick compared to the rest of it. So I was like, all right, I'm going to get all this section done. And like I said before, as far as my new theory, my new plan, which was the original plan, is basically to make sure that I just go one section at a time. I don't jump ahead. I guess you could say I do a row at a time, basically. And that is going to, I think, help me not... I think it's going to help me be a lot faster. So, because definitely that last, like, 300 stitches on this page took forever. Just trying to find the right colors, trying to make sure I was in the right spot. It was a pain. So I feel like this massive relief that I finally got to start on a new page. Now, the lighting today is pretty bad in terms of I can see just fine, but I know the video has like a big black spot on it, and I apologize for that. I have tried. I've been working for about 15 minutes trying to figure out how to get good enough light where I'm at without... without having the big black spot. And I have the big black spot. I mean, right now, that's just how it is. It's because of the way that the camera is being held, which is not very well at all. Or I shouldn't say camera, the phone. I really need to break down and get a much better stand, basically. My husband also needs a good stand for his beekeeping videos. There will be a new beekeeping video up, hopefully a little bit later today. He filmed one, and so we're ready to go with that. I just need to upload it, get it going. But as far as, whoop, here comes some sun. Here comes the sun. Doo, 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 doo. I could just move this up. I just wonder if I do that. Yes. I don't know. We'll see. The sun was very lax in coming out this morning. Wow, look at that. It's like so bright everywhere else that it's washing me out right now. But, okay, and then this piece goes one over here. But anyway, so that's something I got to get done this week, is find something else that I can use as a stand, because I just, I don't mind. I kind of like this stand. It works in a lot of different ways. But, come here, you. I'm not, having a few issues here this morning. I don't know where my glasses are. I was using them last night. Ooh, and I got a massive tangle back here. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get that out. Probably won't, but I just need to bypass it. There we go. Wow. The sun's really changing the light here right now. Are you guys able to see that? Wow. Hold on a second. I'm going to just shut the blinds a bit because it's washing everything out right now. including my eyeballs. There we go. It's a little better. Mother Nature says, hey, I'll help you. And I'm like, I don't need that kind of help. Ooh. So, yeah, it doesn't look great, does it? It does not look great. That's like a really big difference too. So let's. All right, I'm gonna just cut my ties here and start over with this. Believe it or not, I do that sometimes. But this has gotten to be too big of a mess for me to want to try to fix it, especially at the beginning of the top. It would be so. It's going to be so obvious that there's an issue there. All right. So we're just going to frog this a little bit. Frogging just means pulling out your stitches. Something in my eyeball. Something is in my eyeball. Okay. All right. I think I'm really gonna need to go find my glasses, though. Gotta go find my glasses. Pause. Ah, okay. I thought I paused it. Maybe I shut it off. My camera is just being somewhat weird today. I'm not sure why, but I hope this comes out all right. Oh, oh, I did one too many. See, distracted, and you don't get it done right. So, all right. But I was telling you guys that Mom went home. Everything's good. She made it home fine, no problems. And been stitching like a crazy, well, not stitching like a crazy woman, but did stitch like a crazy woman yesterday. Always enjoy pulling out the marking pen and gridding up pages that I need to. And so I got out. Uh-oh. Stupid dog's outside barking. Cause I bet you $5 somebody's walking behind the counter. Walking behind our fence, probably. It's like, don't walk behind our fence, crazy people. We got crazy dogs. Anyway, so I pulled out the pen and started gridding up some new pages yesterday, and I love it. You know, it's always like a sign of progress when you can pull that out and start doing that. So I did this page, and I did the next Reaper page. I'm going to get some work done on that today. I did that more on Ronnie Rowe, which was awesome, and Boba Fett. And I'm getting really close to being able to do it on baseball and some different things. I just have a lot of different projects I need to work on today. So I mostly... Yesterday I worked on this one. Well, Thursday I finished up these little bits, and I didn't get too much further than that. I just finished the page and that was it. Thursday was a weird. I was very tired that day, and I didn't get a lot of stitching done the way I thought I would. But sort of getting back into the old routine right now, so it's a good thing. I am super excited about trying to get back on track. So I got things to stitch, people. We were gonna I had to work yesterday after I dropped my mom off the airport, and then I was planning on doing a stitch along video last night, but I got home. Well, we actually went and saw The Incredibles 2 at the theater, and did that, grabbed some dinner, and then I stitched afterwards, and I was just really tired, and went to bed at a good time. But I just didn't feel like, I was just too tired to like do the video. So that's why it's going to be done this morning. That's all good. So there's just a lot of... This is like the only time on this piece that I can like just stitch a bunch all the way across. And it's just it'll probably be like the only time that any color is used like to that extent. But I get done so fast. I need to do some things like count up stitches on this piece, like how many stitches are in a page. I mean, well, I can do that right now, roughly. It's about 40, it's about 50 by 70. So is that 3,500 stitches? 3,500 stitches or so. And yeah, I mean, think about that. 3,500 stitches a page. That's crazy, guys. So we're getting there. I'm hoping that I'm like maintain some serious motivation all day and just stay home and just stitch like the wind. Stitch like the wind. We'll see. We shall see. It's weird. It's just very, very weird lighting because I'm just staring at like, why is my lighting so weird? It's the, once again, it's the, hold on. It's the way the light's shining just a little bit into the room and it's blinding me. Come here, you. There we go. A little bit better, a little bit better. There we go. Oh boy, it's not too bad. It's a little bit better indoor lighting for. I find that I can't stitch outside with natural light. It's not. I don't know. It just washes out the stitching, especially if I'm using a lighter color stitch or lighter color floss. All right, this is getting messy again. That stitch just looks ugly. Why does that stitch look ugly? It's got like a little thing in it. I feel like I keep pressing my luck, and I don't know why I feel like I'm pressing my luck. There we go. Probably just with this floss. The 18 count Ada definitely frazzles my floss when I'm using it in long, like whenever I have to use like a lot of it, it kind of frazzles it. You know, frazzles it. There we go. Just taking a look at what I theoretically need to do here. I'm going to leave that being, put a little color into this, because it's time to put a little color into this. Go. Did I get that? Yeah, got that right. It's always fun to pull out a new page for this particular piece too, because the paper is like so pretty and white and crisp, because I keep it all like in a nice little, nice big old book, and so it's a lot of fun whenever I can pull out a new one, because the page is just really, really nice. All right, we're gonna come down here. All right, let me just get this started. gotta get the angle right. Come on, Jules. There we go. I just love this piece, though. I mean, it's just so ridiculously beautiful at a distance. It's so cool. But it's all good. Hey, Cocoa Puff. Cocoa Puff comes in. Let's see here. Where are we? 1, 2, 3. Right here. Coco the dachshund. She is too funny. I mean, she's like 15 years old. Easily our oldest dog. And she's probably the feistiest. You may end up hearing some screaming here in a second, because I don't think Kitty cares so much. What's up, Cocoa Puff? She's a woman with a one-track mind. How do I get cat food? Alright, where are we here? Here, and then down here. There's a part of me that wants to do like start a new project, definitely. But then the other part of me is like, nope, finish something first, finish something. Is finishing a page count? All right. Let's see, where are we? Right here. Here we go here. This. Come up here and do this. Suddenly lost my place. that. But anyway, so as far as starting something new, I keep thinking about it, because it would be nice to have something new to work on. But on the other hand, I've not made a ton of progress with a lot of things that I have started in the last year, so I don't know. That's part of why I have some smaller pieces along with the bigger pieces, so that I can kind of squish those in And that can give me my sense of finishing something. Love you, babe. See ya. He's going to the farmer's market. Gonna get me a pretzel. A cinnamon sugar pretzel. They're really good. At least I hope they're really good. Staring at my little hangnail here. Yeah. I'm not sure how I got these this week. I think it was... I know I need to cut that. Anyway, you can go get me a pretzel. Dogs are downstairs, probably destroying things. For whatever reason, they have decided that they'd like to mess up the recycling. They used to try for the trash all the time, but now they're more into recycling. But yeah, we just need to watch that a bit because they've been rambunctious. Somebody's purring up a storm over here, and it's not me. Bump, bump, bump. Bum. But it's a chance now to get back into the old schedule. A lot of stitching, time to, do stuff. There's really no... I've been trying to watch the World Cup, but these boys, they just dive all the time. Fake penalties. And it's just... It's so... It's an accepted part of the culture for a certain extent to, pretend to be fouled and fall down and be oh so very dramatic. But, man, it's so distasteful. Come here, my little Stitch. Come here, my little Stitch. Frayed part is just unhealthy. It's like split ends on my stuff. Okay, hold on a second. I need to highlight because I have definitely gone really far without highlighting, and that is a recipe for disaster. Let's see. I got quite a bit done on this already. I feel pretty good about that. Let's see. Let's just... Wow, I can't draw a straight line. All right, that's a little bit better. Now I can see where I need to be. Let's see if I can... I want to try and get this. I don't want to start up a new thing of floss here. I want to hopefully be able to finish this. My husband is watching the new season of Luke Cage. And I think it's pretty good. I haven't watched it yet. He's like totally binging it. I might savor it a bit more. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make 1, 2, 3. going to be able to get all this done with this little piece of floss that I have, because I had a lot more stitching down this last square than I thought I needed. No. I learned an interesting fact, and I don't know if this is still true or not, but I was watching a video the other day. There's this YouTube channel where it's I forget exactly like what the channel is called, but it does videos about like so-and-so's geography problem. So like China's geography problem in terms of like the big rivers and the valleys and the flooding and the size and the scope and all this other stuff. But I was watching one on Brazil. So we're talking about how massive Brazil is, but it's so much covered in such the rainforest. And the rainforest is like, if you tried to like, you know, I know people don't like for them to do that, but in terms of just trying to put new roads in and cut down the rainforest to certain spots, they, it's like impossible. Or not impossible, but just really difficult. And one of the things they said that was striking was, you know, with the Amazon. Was it the Amazon? Through Brazil or the Nile? No, the Nile's obviously through, yeah, okay. Anyway, the Amazon. Wait, no. Is it the Nile? The River Nile? You guys know what I'm talking about. The big river that runs through Brazil there. And there's not a single bridge that they have built that spans that. And I was just like, really? Like, I would have thought in this, you know, regardless of how massive it is, you would think that somebody would have at some point, you know, built the bridge just to connect one side from the other. But, and again, I don't know if that has changed in the last, I think the video was like a year old or something, but I don't know if that's changed in the last year, but that's just very interesting. But they were also talking about, or maybe I was reading this about Brazil's soil is, I want to say it's more acidic than a lot of soils are anywhere else. I don't remember what it is that the soil has that makes it acidic, but it's more acidic. So it's one of those things where in the past they've been very limited as to what they could farm there. However, they created this strain of like, say, soybeans and other crops that are able to grow in acidic soil. So because of that, they adjust this a smidge. Maybe it's still not good. And because of that, they're able to grow more things. Kind of fascinating. I'm just staring at this thing and what I want to do now. Part of me wants to I want to put some color, some more color in this. Let's put in a little bit of color. Pull out a little greenish gray little thing here. This will be the border part, so that'll help contrast a little bit. Also make it a little easier to see, theoretically. All right. Baba hum, baba hum. All right, a little color. Color spice things up a bit. But anyway, so here we go. See, because before this would be the kind of thing that I would jump. That would get me into trouble later, because I'd do the whole bit here, and then I'd want to come down to like, you know, this area where I can fill in a bunch of the same color and just start jumping ahead. But I'm not jumping ahead. I'm still in the top row, so I haven't broken my vow or my promise or whatever it was that I said I'd do. But there we go. Cocoa Puff. Where is Cocoa Puff? Is she up here? Of all the dogs, Coco's haircut is the one that looks the best. So I want to say, is she held still the best? Woof, woof, woof. This will be nice. Coco. I'm going to put her downstairs. Alright, we're back. Poor little Coco just didn't go downstairs with Papa when he went down. So she was freaking out. She's like, I don't want to be up here by myself. This cat's staring at me. Yeah, this is going to really look nice to have this border part done. Or at least, you know, have it started in. So I can... This gives me a frame of reference. I'm so excited. I started a new page. It's so exciting. It's going to be a nice cold day today. Well, I shouldn't say cold. Cool day today. It's, like high about like 65. It's going to rain theoretically. I always say theoretically when it comes to the weather, just because it's definitely a hit or miss sort of thing with the weather. So I don't know what's going on. I hear weird sounds. Weird sounds are never a good thing in this house. Weird sounds are usually somebody's doing something that I don't want them to do. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Zoop, 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 zoop. Oh, stretchy, stretchy. Let's see what else we got going on here. Okay, well, let's get back into 3865. Get a bit more done on that. That's the hubby. Hasn't left downstairs yet. Okay, that has to be the faucet, unless somebody else has learned how to use the faucet downstairs, which wouldn't surprise me. If Zuzu's motivated, she could probably drive the car and go to the dog park herself. She's devious. Devious. But not as devious as Bailey is. Bailey is pretty devious. We started, this week definitely we started with the walks. I told you guys the other night when I was doing the video, I was like, well, I gotta go on a walk with the fam. I do want to keep that up, because I do need to walk. My knees are a bit sore, which is probably a sign that, yeah, you need to walk, you big out of shape ninny. But anyway, but I think that the biggest chance of success is walking in the morning. like before work. I jumped in to do the video here first, primarily because the editing process takes so long. I hope to have this up by late morning, but well, I shouldn't say editing. I mean, editing makes it sound like I'm cutting and splicing and whatnot. I'm just putting stuff together, but it like renders it, so it like changes it from one total like 5 pieces into one piece, and then you got to save it, and then you got to upload it, and the uploading and processing by YouTube is what takes by far the longest thing. It's like 2 to 3 times as long as any other part of the video making process put together. And when I do my weekly updates, I usually shoot that all in one take, so I can actually just upload that straight to YouTube, and so that doesn't take, it takes maybe about 45 minutes or so. That's it, and compared to like the 3+ hours that this takes to get everything done after I film it. So, no big deal, I'll just be stitching. Gotta get the stitching done. But I'll probably put this piece down now after this stitch along. I'll probably put it down for the rest of the week until the video, primarily just because I have so many other things to work on. Pop goes the weasel. But what I hope to do is basically get this whole process started, uploading everything, get that going, then go for a walk, get that part done for the day. Bum, 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 bum. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's right here. Because like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4.5. So 450. Yeah, 450 stitches for this first. Doesn't seem like a lot. I mean, you may be going, holy cow, that's a lot. But in terms of like my normal craziness, but that's a good chunk. I don't, at one point I used to kind of try to roughly keep track of like, okay, I got this many stitches down this piece and this many down this piece this week, but it's just another thing to do that I don't need to do, because I have so little time for everything. I shouldn't say so little time. That is misleading. I have a lot of time. What I mean to say is I have so much to do, so with my projects, so because of that, I don't need to add on any extra little thingies that would make things a bit difficult. We don't want to do that. That would be silly. Gotta make things as streamlined as possible. Just doing some new flaws here. Alright. Let's see, I got that done and that done. And then this. Co, co, co. Co, co, co. Mama Coco. Ah. Oh, cross stitch, so relaxing. When you allow it to be relaxing. Don't make it hard. I've got to catch up on a ton of videos on a ton of comments. I keep saying that. I didn't take the time while my mom was in town, so now I'm definitely behind getting all that done. Woof, 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 woof. Woof, woof, woof. See this. And then that. Okay. Okay. Hot diggity dog. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Whew. Holding my arm in one place for a while. It hurts. I'm so sensitive. Ah. Ah. Waff, waff, waff. I wonder if all the dogs went up except for Cocoa Puff. She always manages somehow to avoid that. She has this like ridiculous level of skill of just getting lost. You can hear her outside. Okay. Yeah, she is out by herself. I'm just leaving her out right now. She gets a little lonely and she starts wandering the house. She'll find her way down to where the rest of the dogs are. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Yeah. Meow. Ah. Eh. Oh. Eh. Let's see, what else have I worked on? I've worked on a lot of Rainy Waterloo Place. And I think some apothecary shop. I think. Did a lot on Rainy Waterloo Place. At least I feel like I did. We shall see. You shall be the judge of that. people. Oh, people. Oh, people. Oh, put the glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. Coco, Coco. Go, 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 go. Mercury, you need to go outside and tell Coco what's for. And say, like, sister, you gotta tone it down. Tone it down, people. I'm just sitting here thinking about the fish tanks and where things are at. You know, I can't say that the snails have hatched. I don't know if they have or not. They're definitely different looking, and it looks like some of the things have kind of popped open, but I'm not 100% sure. I cleaned the tank a little bit earlier in the week. For the most part, I'm still kind of letting it just sit the way that it is. But it's just one of them things. Time to focus. Time to focus. Makeup lists. Check them twice. Get some cleaning done. Throw some stuff out. Take some stuff to Goodwill. Take some stuff to paint recycling. I've been taking. We've had so much paint here over the years. I mean, when I moved in many years ago, I painted, like, I repainted every ceiling and room in this house. Badly needed it, and there was a lot of paint that was here before that, and so I've been there's a paint store that's pretty close to where I work, and so I've been recycling the paint there. You can take in like a few gallons a day kind of thing, and so whenever I can remember, I just grab 2 or 3 and drop them off, and so I've been gradually whittling down the amount of paint in the house, which is great. Making progress, guys. We're making progress. It's just slow progress. Or it seems like it's slow. It's a lot of stitching. A lot of stitching. It's very needed. A lot of stitching. Alright, we're done with that color. Woohoo, man. I'm telling you we're making progress. And we are making progress. What color to choose from, peoples? Should we choose a color, or should we call it a day? We may just call it a day. Well, not a day, but a video, because this is a pretty good long video. Uh-oh, did I just throw the needle on the floor? Something hit the floor. I don't know what it was. Anyway, so, we've gotten some good progress done. We've got the top part here done. We've reached our halfway point. Gonna have a good video this week, I think. Got lots of stuff to talk about. More good cross-stitching stuff to talk about. So, yeah, guys. So I'm going to end it here. Go ahead and start uploading all this, and hope you enjoy it. And I will see you later in the week with an update. Toodaloo!